Dobro Jutro, Divine Pisces 222. It is Tuesday, December 10th, 2019. I'm going to do an energy check-in for the Twin Flames today. I also reached 2,000 subscribers yesterday. That's awesome, so you know what that means. I'm going to be giving away a free reading. So, in order to enter for the free reading, I just need you to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and then comment below which number like you were, and I will enter you for the free reading. I'll probably announce the winner, if not this weekend, sometime next week. Also, just updating you guys, everything is a go to sign my lease this Friday. I wouldn't normally do this, but my subscribers have been fantastic, and if there's any way you guys could donate, just any amount would really, really help me out right now, just to kind of get things squared away, and kind of help me out with the moving process and all that fun stuff. I normally wouldn't ask, but, you know, I'm being guided to ask. I don't usually ask for help, so it would be fantastic. Donation of any amount would be appreciated, and I will link my PayPal information. And I'm also on Cash App. You just have to search my email, which is divinepisces222@gmail.com on Cash App, and that would be greatly appreciated. So thank you guys so much. Alright, so first card we've got out today is Gemini, which is interesting because we do have a full moon in Gemini coming up on the 12/12 portal. So that's really interesting. So yeah, I definitely feel some hot and cold coming in, but you know what? It's really interesting because Gemini, of course, is the twins moon, right? It's the twins moon. We had the Divine Masculine's moon, which was the Aries moon. Divine Feminine's moon was the Taurus moon. And now we've got the twin moon, which is the Gemini moon. Okay? So I do feel a lot of shifts happening with this. Possibly communication, but again, also brings in duplicitousness, a lot of hot and cold, indecision, that sort of thing coming in as well with this moon. So a lot of you are probably already kind of experiencing that right now. I know we had, like, Mercury was in retrograde for a while, and we had some surprising results with that, you know, communication and whatnot. So that's really, really interesting, but I still feel a lot of Divine Masculines going through awakenings, dark night of the soul, denial, resistance, yada, yada, yada. Divine Feminine also going through ascension right now, so you may be feeling those symptoms, feeling very drained, maybe getting really weird dreams, or really intense feelings, like emotions that are kind of coming up out of nowhere that needing to be purged, you know, that sort of thing. Anxiety, you know, all the usual stuff coming through. So you may not just be feeling that from your Divine Masculine, you may actually be feeling that because you're going through ascension right now. And of course we're in Sagittarius season right now, so I do also feel a lot of twins are triggered right now. Again, some of the stuff that's coming up is probably really, really intense. It's probably coming out of, what, you know, quote unquote, nowhere. You're not really quite sure why it's hitting you, but it's hitting you, and you're just like, oh, okay, what do I do about this? Especially if it's something from past life. Maybe you don't recognize why you're triggered right now. So definitely go within and do some meditation and try to figure out what it is you need to clear here. I'm still feeling some attachment to material wealth and material possessions. Especially with Divine Masculine right now, really, really clinging on to these things, guys. Really clinging on to the 3D stuff, clinging on to the end of cycles, feeling, you know, resistance. They're resisting right now, okay? They're resisting change, they're resisting awakenings, they're resisting, you know, everything that they need to do. You know, they're like, no, 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 I don't want to do that, blah, 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 blah. Or I can't do that, expectation dictates that I cannot do that, blah, blah, blah. I just saw 444, that's funny. So they're really, really in their heads. And both twins really, really in their heads right now. I'm telling you, there's a lot of indecision in the air. There's a lot of back and forth. There's a lot of doubt that's coming in. You know, Divine Feminine, you know, has kind of been in the works with with her leap of faith here for a while, so, you know, still in her head about that. Divine Masculine is just in his head in general, trying to sort some stuff out. But there's a lot of, you know, sexual energy going back and forth right now. But both twins incredibly triggered. And I do feel both twins actually have their guard up right now. It's not just Divine Feminine, it's not just Divine Masculine. Both twins have their guard up right now, as they're trying to figure out what they need to do, what their next move is. And so that's kind of creating a bit of resistance within itself. So, I mean, it's okay to set boundaries, guys. Remember, you know, just make sure that you're not closing yourself completely off, especially from, you know, something that may be coming in from source. You know, if you're asking for a sign, you know, and excuse me, and you close yourself off to any sign, you know, except for the one that you're expecting back, right? Then you don't see what you're actually supposed to see, right? So make sure that you're releasing your expectations. All right. So yeah, Divine Masculine. He doesn't feel good enough. He doesn't feel good enough at all. He feels like he can't offer anything right now. A lot of them have been, you know, have codependency issues, have money issues, or codependent on someone else, or are, you know, maybe they are the breadwinner and somebody else is codependent on them, that sort of thing, right? So they feel like they don't have anything to offer you, so they're just kind of sitting there, you know, and it's so interesting because I watched this, The Lovers Speak from Made for Love yesterday, and I love that series, by the way. It's so fantastic. It's like Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine talking to each other through the cards. And it was like, Divine Masculine's like, I don't have anything to offer you. I have, you know, I don't have money, I don't have this, blah, 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 blah. Divine Feminine's like, I don't care. I have my own. I'm fine. Like, I'm not the karmic. I don't want your money. That's not... It's not what this is, right? And I thought that was just so on point. It was so great. But Divine Masculine's still not feeling very good enough, right? Really wanting to come in passionately. A lot of sexual energy right now. And there's something that's triggering movement. He's just resisting it right now. But again, he just doesn't feel like it's good enough. He doesn't feel like it's enough. And some of them, you know, they do want to come in sexually, but they don't want to offer breadcrumbs. You know, they're like, you know, that's not right, blah, 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 blah. Some of them actually have a lot of inner struggle because of this, you know. Maybe they are players, so they wanted to come in as a player, and they've been that way for a long time, and it's like, it's a cycle that they keep repeating over and over and over again, and they don't want to repeat that cycle with Divine Feminine. So they're having some inner conflict with that, okay? So they may be trying to break a cycle with you, Divine Feminine, okay? So keep that in mind, right? And Divine Masculine, I do feel Divine Masculine, believe it or not, is running out of patience. He's running out of patience with the connections, running out of patience with himself. There's a lot of inner conflict, like I said. There's a lot of inner conflict here, a lot of conflict between the ego and the intuition here, you know, and they're running out of patience because of this, right? They're running out of patience in their karmic situations. They don't want to be there, right? Some of them are actually focusing on the connection right now. They're manifesting the connection whether they realize it or not, you know, and the energy is going back and forth here, okay, trying to balance out the connection, trying to balance themselves out here, trying to close some cycles, you know, but there's still that indecision coming in. They don't really know. It's like they know the decision, but they're not wanting to make it, right? So again, it's like they're waiting for Divine Feminine to do something, right? So Divine Feminine, what do you need to do? Because the towers are coming for Divine Masculine, you know, regardless, you know, Divine's trying to show him which way to go here, and he's just like, no, I don't want to. I'm too codependent, or you know, I like my stuff, or no, money is enough. Money is enough to keep me happy, when in reality we know that's not true. So a lot of them are actually in this energy of deceiving themselves that material possessions and whatnot are enough. And inside they know that that's not true. Okay. And this could be triggering them. And look, we've got 2 8s here, okay? So 8 of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. Okay, and a lot of them are really triggered right now, and it could be this decision that's triggering them. It's like the deception, the self-deception that's coming up, and the realization that they're deceiving themselves here. Okay, and again, some of them do want to come in like really, really quickly, but they may not do that. They may hold themselves back from doing that, but they want to. But some of you may be receiving news. It may not actually be from your Divine Masculine. Maybe from somebody connected to the both of you, or social media, whatever. You may find out some stuff, okay? But Divine Masculine, believe it or not, has been trying to work on his foundation, but try to work on his own money. Some of them have really been working hard on this so they can get out of the codependent situations, okay? So not all of them are in this resisting energy, but most of them are. Some of them are just holding back because they're not quite there yet. Okay? They're just not quite there yet. All right? So try to have some patience, Divine Feminine. They are working on it. And I definitely feel like there is a shift happening. There's a shift coming. Okay, but we're both triggered right now. Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine, both triggered right now. Okay, so you got the Three of Wands, triggered by what? A decision that needs to be made, okay? Mirroring, boom. All right, so Divine Feminine, what do you need to do? Divine Masculine's waiting for you. What are you needing to do? Let's take a look. Yeah. Okay, so the energy's going back and forth, right, guys? So Divine Feminine, Divine Masculine are kind of switching back and forth in their masculine and feminine energies. So Divine Feminine's kind of been going back and forth here, okay? So some Divine Feminines are still holding on to the 3D stuff. They're still clinging on to material possessions. They're still clinging on to their karmic situations because of money and whatnot, okay? So there's still a lot of indecision with Divine Feminine right now, okay? But really need to get out of that headspace, guys. Really need to focus on your own abundance right now, on fulfilling yourself, right? On filling your own cup, on raising your vibration, on getting on an ascended state, okay? Because if you're going through ascension right now, the most important thing to do right now, it really is to lift your vibration as much as you can, because with ascension comes a lot of negative things sometimes. A lot of stuff kind of comes up, so you want to keep yourself nice and positive. Keep yourself in a high vibration, right? But boom, there's a decision that needs to be made for Divine Feminine. So, Divine Feminine, are you ready to take your leap? Because it's coming. The time is coming, okay? All right, some of you are trying to get out of a third-party situation. Some of you are trying to get out of a job maybe you don't like, trying to switch jobs, trying to make a decision here just in general based on, it's a 3D decision here, okay? So are you ready to take that leap? Are you strong enough? Have you reached the pinnacle of your strength? Probably not the pinnacle, but you're working on it, right? But a lot of Divine Feminines are trying to stand in their strength, and at the same time, they don't want to leave anybody else out in the cold, right? So there's still some guilt coming in, there's still some doubt coming in, there's still some fear coming in, and this could be external, okay? If you're trying to leave a karmic, maybe they're trying to hold on to you, and you don't want to leave them out in the cold, so you feel guilty, but at the same time, if you stay, you're going to leave yourself out in the cold, so it's like, it's a double-edged sword, right? So some Divine Feminines are in this energy right now, right? And they're very, very triggered about it. And it can be triggering. It can bring up a lot of insecurities, this kind of thing. It can bring up a lot of insecurities, self-worth. It can bring up abandonment, guilt, regret, you know, that sort of thing, right? So a lot of Divine Feminines are very, very triggered in now. And you're probably, you know, honestly, this is probably coming off onto your Divine Masculine as well, because you're triggering each other. You're going back and forth, okay? All right, but still a lot of sexual energy, absolutely. But Divine Feminine wants this passion in the beginning, you know? And they want this in the beginning for themselves. Not even with their counterpart at this point, because this has nothing to do with the counterpart, right? This has to do with Divine Feminine. She wants a new beginning with herself. Right? She's tired of being weighed down. She's tired of being, like, defeated by the triggers and by the things that are happening in her life. So she's trying to step away. She's trying to get into that energy of wanting that passion and new beginning with herself and for herself and by herself. Right? So Divine Feminine overcoming these triggers, I do feel a lot of Divine Feminines are going to be making some moves very, very soon. Again, I'm feeling a lot of shifts happening just in general with the collective. Okay, so, you know, keep your channel clear, all right, because, you know, the Divine's communicating with you all the time. All right, so keep your channel clear, and your answers will come. All right, so messages from your counterpart. Divine Masculine still asking for help. Some Divine Feminines might be reaching out for help too. Okay. Yeah, keep that channel clear, guys. They're coming in. Okay. Alright. Just so you know, guys, with this move, things might be a little tumultuous. I'm going to try to keep up my daily readings if I can. I'm just going to have to see how things go, especially with getting internet and all that fun stuff set up in my apartment. Alright, let's see here. Yeah, okay, so keep your channel clear because the universe is trying to communicate with you right now. Your team is trying to communicate with you right now, okay? So trust that. Trust your intuition, okay? Some of you have kind of gotten into an energy where you're afraid to trust your intuition. Maybe the answers you're getting aren't the answers you were wanting or the answers you were expecting, right? Definitely up your protection game for sure. I feel a lot of you, since you're going through ascension, your vibration will be raising eventually, and you're probably feeling really, really defeated right now. There's a lot of dark energies coming in, so I definitely would recommend some protection on that. Look, Leap, look. How much clearer can we get? Are you ready to leap? Are you ready to go? Because the universe is pushing you. It's pushing you. It's pushing you. All right? Remember to keep yourself high vibration. The point of this is to fulfill yourself, is to find your own happiness, okay? So that passionate new beginning with yourself is beckoning you. Are you ready? Break the chain. Break a chain. Maybe you have a cycle of indecision that you're trying to break here. Right? Break that chain. Get out. Everything that's happening is supposed to happen. Remember that. Okay? Remember, you are being guided. You are being protected. You are loved. Okay? It's not as scary, really. Okay? Alright, guys. Well, I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I guess I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.